Hi guys, Amazon is running a Memorial Day sale today. That is harder to say than I thought. Memorial Day sale. Ha, look, I did it twice. And I use these type of sales to stock up on items that I was waiting on for a little bit of a price drop. Everything I will mention in this video I own, bought myself, or have reviewed extensively. It's usually all three. And I will leave affiliate links to all of this stuff in the description. Feel free to click on those if you'd like to make me stinking rich. First thing I'll mention is this little monitor from Portkeys. I actually had to take it off one of my cameras here because I use it constantly in the studio. This is a PT6 tiny little monitor that gives you a nice image. Touch screen, very easy to navigate, takes Sony MPF batteries, or you can plug it in to the wall, and it actually comes in this little nice Pelican style case with accessories you wouldn't expect. It has pretty much everything you need. It comes with two HDMI cables, one for full-size HDMI and one for micro HDMI, which is great for me because of my APS-C cameras that have that. Also has a little sunshade inside. I can't talk today. A sunshade inside, so if you're out in the blinding sun, you can attach this to your monitor using these two little things right here, and you are good to go. It also has a little hot shoe mount or cold shoe mount right there, and that is coming all in this little package here for $109. $109 for all of this stuff. This is a really hot selling monitor, and you can see why. With a good quality monitor where you can do things like your anamorphic de-squeeze, you can do 16:9, you can do 9:16, you can put in LUTs. It is just very capable, very good, and very cheap with all of the accessories that you need. Now we have a mic set that was already a really good value at $100, but it's 20% off, so it's $80 right now. It has internal recording. This is the Ulanzi Mic, and the internal recording is not 32-bit float, but for $80, you're just not going to find a better sounding mic with internal recording. And it's what you would expect, like the DJI mics. You take them out of the package and they are all synced up right away. It's got a nice little touch screen that's responsive, as well as two buttons on the side for navigating your different functions. It has safety track, mono track, stereo track, and even though it doesn't record 32-bit float, when mics record internally, they always record at a lower decibel, so you're not really in any danger of clipping, at least for the most part. So I don't mind the fact that they don't have 32-bit float recording. It never really seems to affect my audio. I love to have it as a backup track. Now, the only thing to remember is that these guys don't have a magnet on the back, so it's just a clip. So you're going to have to find a place to clip it to your clothing, or if you want to use this, the 3.5 millimeter hole there, a hole to put a 3.5 millimeter microphone. It sounded weird how I said that. Anyway, that's what I like to do with these things. I like to clip them to my belt or under my shirt and then take a 3.5 millimeter lav, just a cheap one, run it up there, be nice and discreet. I guess I'll link some cheap, good sounding 3.5 millimeter lavalier mics to go along with this as well. And I think that is a really good audio solution. Now, this tripod is a little more expensive than the other things I'm going to show today, but it is one of my favorite items in history. It is easily my favorite tripod, the Falcam Tripod. It is so solid, and it has a patented third of a turn twist lock. So you just do that, and then you are done. Lock it up with another third of a turn, and it has a quick release system that can take any Arca Swiss plates. So the Falcam F38s, the Peak design, a small rig cage, an L bracket, it doesn't matter, it just clips right in there and is so sturdy. You have to feel it to believe it. This thing is definitely worth its full price of $499, but right now you can get it for $399 with that 20% off on Amazon. Now, I've seen it 20% off on the direct website from Falcam, but never before on Amazon have I seen it 20% off. So you get the Amazon quick shipping, and you also get those Amazon easy return guarantees. So if you were thinking about this tree root, now is probably a good time to get it. A couple more things from Neewer that actually work quite well together. This V-mount battery right here has a little LCD screen and also can connect to your phone via Bluetooth, so you can monitor your battery from there. I've never seen that before from a V-mount. It also has all of the ports you will ever need, 99 watt hours, and you can get this thing right now for under $90. And that is a crazy deal for a good V-mount battery. And it is attached, if you can't see right there, to a half cage. This is also from Neewer. You slide out that battery. See, that is where you attach the V-mount battery, and it's just foldable. You can just put that in your pocket or your camera bag, and it has a quick release plate. You can attach your camera to the quick release plate, take the V-mount battery, attach that to your camera. Now you have all-day power in this tiny little rig, so I will link both of these things. A couple of good deals on some Zhiyun products. This one right here is the Weebill 3E. It's from their Cinepeer line, which is their more budget line. So this was already $250 for a gimbal that can handle your full-frame cameras and lenses, can switch to vertical video mode quite easily. But right now it is on sale for $211. So you get a solid, lightweight gimbal that can house your full-frame cameras or your smaller APS-C cameras or your little phone cameras, whatever you got, you can do it with the Weebill 3E. It is one of their best-selling gimbals, and I can see why. I reviewed this. I will link that below. So I think that is just a no-brainer. If you need a simple gimbal to get the job done, $211. This one right here. They also have the adorable M20C Lite, 20% off. So now this is $129 for an extremely versatile light. So you see right here, it has barn doors that magnetically attach. You have a little grid to eliminate the spill of light, but you also have a diffusion panel underneath that grid. And then if you take off the diffusion panel, you see the light itself. The light is RGB, every color of the rainbow. You can use the app to your heart's content. You can plug it into the wall, or you can just charge it up and use it. It has a magnet on the back, so you can just slap it up on some metal surface. It is an extremely useful light. I will link my review down below, but $129, I don't think you can go wrong with this guy. I just did a video about how to clean your camera sensor safely, and I actually use these swabs right here, the K&F Concept ones, so they are currently on sale as well. So if you got a dirty sensor, even if you don't have a dirty sensor, you always need these swabs to really clean off that dust. Eventually, you'll have to clean your sensor, and these ones are for APS-C, so make sure you get your APS-C ones for APS-C, or if you have a full-frame camera, get the full-frame version of these swabs. Oh, and it's too big to show you here in the frame, but I have a bunch of Neewer C-Stands. One is holding up my microphone right now. Very solid, very well built, and right now they are 38% off. So I will link down. If you need some C-Stands, you can stock up right now at a 38% off. $149 for a professional C-Stand is a good price. Now, there aren't too many lens deals today, but Meike came out to make sure we got at least a few. This 35mm f2, this is a full-frame lens, and it competes quite well with the Sony 35mm f1.8, and this thing's $179 right now. To get an f2 full-frame lens that is really good for $179, I think that is great. They also have a couple of their 1.4s on sale for APS-C. So this one is the 33mm f1.4. You can now get this for under, let me put that in the camera there. You can get this for under $200, and also you can get the 55mm f1.4 for under $200 as well. So thanks, Meike, for making sure we got a couple of lens deals. Now, these aren't necessarily camera deals per se. I will call them camera adjacent. They are just two things that I use all the time in the studio. Bluetooth speaker from Sony, and these are the Sony headphones. The Sony headphones are $100 off. The WH-1000XM5, catchiest name in the biz, but these are absolutely great. Noise canceling, very comfortable. Love these, use them all the time. And the ULT, this is 32% off, so it is $88. You don't have to get the orange color if you don't want, but I really like this orange color. They say it is dustproof, shockproof, rustproof, and it is waterproof. 12-hour battery life. I just use it here in the studio. I didn't know it could do all of those things. I really should read the specs when I get something, but I absolutely love the sound quality of this speaker, and apparently you can throw it in the pool. Don't throw your headphones in the pool though. Battery chargers. These are both from Lano. This one is actually a power bank and a battery charger. So you see right here, it has a little LCD screen that tells you how much power is left in the battery bank. It will charge your Sony batteries or whatever brand of camera batteries you are using with this thing. It will charge the batteries in the case as long as the case has some charge. Of course, you can plug it into the wall, but you can just take this as a portable power bank with the batteries in, with the batteries out. It is just so useful and versatile. It is great when you are going on a trip. Now, I am charging Sony batteries every day in the studio, and I really love this guy. Gives me my LCD indicator of my battery percentage. It houses 2 batteries with a little lid so they don't just flop around. You see this right here, this little crack? That's because I dropped one of my Sony batteries. I had it in one of those open air chargers and the battery flopped out, cracked it. This thing right here is 25% off, so it actually doesn't cost that much more than those little chargers, and I have it nice and protected in a really cool looking case. I really like this thing. Now, of course, there's a bunch of other stuff on sale like SanDisk, SD cards. I usually like to buy those because they're quite cheap as backups to my main Sony tough cards. So if I need them in a pinch, they are right there. I don't rely on them for heavy use, but it's great to have them scattered around my camera bags and my equipment. So if I ever forget an SD card, I know I have one ready to go. So I will put that down below as well. And if you see any good deals, let me know. I will link those and give you absolutely no credit whatsoever. So thanks for watching this. We'll talk to you again soon. Okay, bye-bye.